Well, it was about time for Tracy to dust off the bike, pull it out of the garage, gas it up, and get it ready to go on another BWOM adventure. This one unfortunately comes at the passing of our best friend and the creator of the BWOM motorcycle series, Billy. We had been best friends for almost 30 years, so when his wife Bridget asked us to take him on one last ride and spread his ashes, we thought that was an incredible idea. Well, after getting through the funeral and all of that, we started talking about this trip, and Tracy brought up Jackson Hole, Wyoming as the spot to spread his ashes, which made sense because it's where they wanted to retire and spend some time. Well, once we had the destination, then I had to get to planning. That included learning all this software and all this camera equipment that Billy had, and also getting the bike set up so that it had a stock exhaust again and a stock seat so that I could use a tail bag and it was a little quieter. And then starting to focus on the trip itself and figuring out a route. The way I had it figured, we could do 10 states, and then we had an additional couple of states if we wanted to stretch our legs a couple places. And I wanted to make the trip home interesting because I knew Tracy and Billy had both been on this trip a few times, and I wanted to make it something that Tracy hadn't seen before, which is difficult if you know Tracy. That being said, 0 Day got here a lot quicker than you would think, as it always does, and Tracy rode up from Philadelphia. We spent the night doing the obligatory steak and beer dinner and caught up and talked about all the things that have been going on in our life that we haven't had a chance to share. Next morning we got up and had some breakfast with Liz, my wife, and then I wanted to get a little interview done with Tracy and I, just to kind of go over our feelings about the initial part of this ride and kind of what we were expecting and how it was to prepare for all this.
Well, yeah, I thought it was a good idea. I thought it was the right idea. I think it's definitely appropriate and fits with Billy and us and all that. I think it's right. I've been okay with the whole thing up until about the last 2 days. Yeah. Well, really about the last week and a half, I should say, because as soon as I started, prepping the bike, getting tires put on, doing all my pre-flight checks, getting everything kind of wrapped up and starting to pack, it really kind of slapped me in the face.
That's when it got weird.
Yeah. Because, for the last 14 years, excluding the last couple because of me getting married and then us just not being able to plan a ride and honeymoon and whatever, we just didn't go on a ride the last couple of years, which is a shame. But yard work and the dog and this and that, it's like I just didn't have time, so I didn't worry about it. But
yeah, I get it.
The run up to now has been pretty good, but like I said, the last few weeks as I really started prep and everything, and that was just the prep side. Billy and I usually did that separately, but when we started, final checks and all that, and the ride to his house or him to my house, that was kind of like day zero. Okay, now we're ready to rock and roll. The first night, the night we'd get to somebody's house, we'd either go out and have dinner and a beer, or we would go, we'd grill steaks or hamburgers on the patio, something like that. And it was kind of strange, that knowing that, and I don't want this to come out the wrong way. I don't want you to take it the wrong way, but it was weird.
No, I won't.
It was weird coming here knowing that he wasn't going to be here.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, I get you. I mean, it's kind of a surreal thing.
It really is.
It's odd.
For 6 months, okay, this is.
Yeah. So
all the different things that we did aren't going to happen again, but.
Yeah.
BWOM that was us. That's what we did.
Mm-hmm.
And from the day it started, the inception of hey, let's go for a ride to, what are we going to name this freaking ride to? Hey, I got a good idea. How about buy away a motorcycle? We need to register a website. Can you do that? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
It's, how do I put it? There was never a BWOM without Billy.
Yeah.
You know, now there is. And
Yeah.
it's just,
Strange.
quite frankly, fucking weird.
Yeah, surreal.
So it's just a different, I mean, I don't know, just different now. I mean, I'm glad that you've decided to go somewhere now, so that's awesome. So we'll definitely have to keep doing that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Surreal to me too, and it's, you know, it's odd that the stuff that Billy would have, had we I'd gone on a trip other than the Motoscabby, which was early on in the whole deal.
Yeah.
It's surreal to me that this is the stuff that he and I would have connected on, like building the website, doing all the creativity stuff and all the photo and video stuff, and so this would have been the stuff that I would have had to learn on the fly. He would have said, hey, here's what I did, here's, you know, shared experiences.
Sure.
Which you know, I was finally at a place where I had the time to take a week or 2 weeks, because, you know, my whole deal wasn't that I didn't ride.
Oh,
I rode comparable miles to you guys. I just did them every day, 4 miles a day. You know?
Right.
And it wasn't that I didn't want to go on any of the trips. It was just that I never made the time.
I'm hearing the thing here.
Well, yeah, it was always exactly. It was always the idea of, you know, if you guys want to go on a 4-day trip, which after watching all the videos in retrospect, it kind of missed the point of the trips, which were long distance and kind of a challenging yourself.
Right.
Which at the 4-day point, I could see that wouldn't be the same. Which is why I went on the Motoscabby, because it was supposed to be a 4 or 5 day trip.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I mean, it's, you know, it's really sad to me, and I regret a lot not going on some of those. And I know a lot of them, I literally just couldn't take the time off work or off school. You know, it was literally all of my vacation time.
Oh, I know.
But on the same token, I wish I had, and I wish I'd embraced it, you know, 2 or 3 years before he passed away, so that we could have, you know, so that maybe we could have both gotten healthier and you know, started doing some of these trips. And you know, not that would have changed anything, but you know, it would have been nice to, you know, work out together, get ready for a trip, go on a trip, and, you know, and maybe do something like that. But as it happened, I mean, I've thought about the trip literally every day since she said that, because you know, because of just thinking about Billy and all this stuff, and I figured out that what I want out of the trip is to respect what he would have wanted to do,
Right.
which is see quirky things, enjoy it, you know, get a lot of fun out of it, and also memorialize him and think about him. I guess we should do mileage.
Yeah.
Here's what I got.
10,000. Oh, that's cute.
Fuck you.
Sorry, I couldn't resist, Ted.
And Billy's old bike, Tracy's old bike. I'll edit that out.
Yeah, right.
Um,
There's the money shot.
what is that? 80.
81,776.
All right.
That's respectable.
Okay. So there we are.